Hey there, Libra, and welcome to your week of September, geez, I'm jumping ahead. Welcome to your week of January 17th, 2022 General Tarot reading. We're going to be looking at your energy over here on the left. We're going to look at some potential challenges for you in the center and some potential outcome cards for you on the right. We're going to clarify them as we go along. These are general readings, so just take what resonates, don't try to make something fit, and we're good to go, Libra. All right, so we got the Four of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Knight of Wands here. The Hierophant is Taurus's card, so you may have Taurus in your chart. If you do, that's great, that's awesome. It's always a good sign when you pop up in your own reading. But we got the Four of Cups here along with the Knight of Wands. Let's go with the Hierophant here. And it's really very interesting. I feel like you're being offered a chance for something here. A chance for... I don't want to say this is like a chance, sort of like a lucky time for you, maybe, is what I'm seeing here. Because with the Four of Cups, it's like you're being offered something here. And we have the Hierophant as well. So it's almost as if you're being offered something by someone who is quite knowledgeable. You know, maybe they're trying to offer you some knowledge. Maybe they're trying to offer you a chance to learn, a chance to grow here at this time. So I like that a lot. With the Knight of Wands here too, I feel like this is maybe in like an area of something that you really want too, right? The Knight of Wands here is all about, you know, going after what you want in your life and trying to do the things you want to do. So I feel like here maybe this is like you're being offered maybe kind of like for most of you kind of like this lucky time where you're kind of drawing in maybe some offers for things for you that you really want at this time. So I think that's really awesome. Let's get some clarifiers to run with this. See what we got here for you, Libra. All right. What have we got? We got the Queen of Swords. We have the Magician. Oh my God, cards just don't want to cooperate. And we got the Hermit here. So the Hermit is Virgo's card. So lots of earth signs popping up in your reading already here. So Virgo's card, maybe you have Virgo in your chart. You might be dealing with a Virgo or a Taurus this week too. So just here with these three though, the Queen of Swords, the Magician, the Hermit. The Magician talks about manifestation. So again, maybe you're just trying to manifest good things in your life. And sometimes they pop up in ways we don't expect. So maybe that's what this offer is like you're being offered up something. It's like, hey, here's this opportunity for you to learn and grow and achieve the things you want to achieve. Like here's some knowledge that will help you out down the line. Now, of course, beware, always beware of scammers. You know, the internet's a scary, silly place here. So watch out for that. Be smart, of course. But yeah, I feel like you're really manifesting this at this time. With the Hermit as well, the Hermit knows what he wants in his life. He has the sort of his lantern, the star, to guide him forward. So again, that's for you. Like, you know what you want. Like the Knight of Wands, know what you want, go after what you want. Very beautiful. And again, the Queen of Swords, be sure to deduce whether this is genuine or not. Be honest. Like, is this maybe too good to be true, or is this actually, someone that's offering you something good here at this time? Because like I say, the internet's a scary place, so watch out for sketchy looking emails and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's, you know, and watch out for people who are coming off as like genuine, but they're really they're really a snake oil salesman, if you know what I'm saying. So let's see what we got for some challenges here for you at this time. All right, Libra, let's see what we got. All right. We got the Hermit again. There we go. We got the Queen of Wands, and we've got the Emperor here as well. So there's the Hermit again. Virgo, maybe in your chart, might be dealing with a Virgo. The Emperor is Aries card, so you might have Aries in your chart, might be dealing with an Aries as well. And we got the Queen of Wands here as well. So very much, you're having a little bit. Maybe a little bit of maturity trouble here, because as you can see, all three of these characters are quite mature. So maybe you're having a little bit of trouble there, or maybe a little bit of trouble with authority, maybe an authority figure like the Emperor or the Queen of Wands, or maybe trouble, you know, commanding as well at this time. You know, sort of maybe you're thrust into a leadership role and you're really not confident with it. Maybe that's what's being offered to you, is like you're being offered like a promotion here for your hard work, and someone's like, you maybe going to learn on the job or something like that, right? Could also just be saying as well, you might be dealing with an authoritative figure who might be giving you some trouble. very likely a fire sign, more likely Aries than any of the other three, but it's also a general reading, so it could be a Virgo or any earth sign or any sign, of course, too. With the Hermit repeating like this is really pay attention, and I feel like really pay attention to what you want in your life, not like what other people want, right? Because these two here, they might try to muddle with that a bit, right? Because they might try to snuff that light out or try to point you in a different direction and say, oh yeah, no, over here's where your dreams are, right? Like, you don't need that lantern, you don't need that guide, right? I know where it is, this is how you do it, right? And they might kind of take you off the path a bit here, so be careful for that. And just be careful if you are put into a leadership position, not to be like kind of like I'm the boss, you know, kind of that tyrannical asshole boss, you know, especially if this is your first time in a leadership role, like, you know, oh, sorry for the table bump there, but you gotta be, you know, be good about it, right? You gotta, you know, be thankful, be grateful, but also you gotta, like we say, we're potentially learning on the job here. So let's take a look and clarify your challenges. See if we can get a little more details on this and what's going on here. I was gonna call you Aries. What's going on here? Libra, Gemini, Christmas. We got the Five of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. Yeah, you might be experiencing some heartbreak here. Maybe feeling like you're kind of left out in the cold. Maybe feeling like this new start isn't everything it's cracked up to be as well. Because with the Five of Pentacles, it's about being left out in the cold, feeling like there's no one to give you help. You might also be doing that to other people, because you can see, like I talked about, that kind of tyrannical, like I'm the boss, you do what I say kind of thing. I used to work with a guy that was like that. Holy Jesus. But if you put him in like the subordinate role, he wasn't like oh yeah, you just do what I say. He would always be questioning people, right? But here we are, like, what a hypocrite, right? Here we are with the Five of Pentacles. Like I say, this could be you, this kind of knight in armor, and these people kind of feel like you're oppressing them maybe, right? So just watch out for that. You don't want to put people out in the cold, especially if this is kind of like a test run for you, right? You don't want to be turning into that kind of a person. With the Ace of Wands and the Three of Swords as well, there might be some heartbreak, because maybe some people, like, this isn't going to go the way you thought it would go, right? Because maybe you thought things would be smooth sailing, or your particular strategy was going to be the key to get the most out of whatever this situation is, and it's just not working out that way. And with the Ace of Wands, it might feel like things are getting snuffed out before it even started, right? Almost as if you go to start your car and there's no gas in the tank, and it's like, oh, how did this happen, right? Like, you might be feeling a bit like that too. So let's take a look at your outcome cards and see what we got going on there as well here. Libra, what is happening? We got the Four of Wands, the Moon, and the Nine of Cups here. Yeah, that's really nice. It's a lot of really good energy. We got the Moon, which is Pisces cards. You may be dealing with the Pisces, may have Pisces in your chart. With the Moon, it's all about walking your own path here, and you're moving forward and not getting pulled off of your path. Again, we were talking a bit about that, where the Emperor or the Queen of Wands might be trying to muddle with you, telling you like, no, your goals aren't here, they're over there, right? And that's kind of relates back here a bit with the Three of Swords. You might be experiencing heartbreak because you might be getting pulled off the path, and then suddenly it's like, this seemed like a surefire thing and now it's not. So just interesting there as well. With the Moon too, it is about really partial illumination. Like, we can't see all ends, right? And you can't with the Hermit either. He has to use the light to guide him forward. And the Moon also, you're using the Moon to guide you forward as well. You're using the light from the Moon to follow your path, right? So again, just a lot of, like, I feel like trusting in the light that's being given to you, trusting in what, you know, has been entrusted to you, right? And being like, okay, there is a reason for this. There is like, this is what I have to work with. I'm going to make the most of it, right? So I like that a lot. With the Four of Cups, I was going to say, the Four of Wands, the Four of Wands is all about, you know, it's all about happiness. It's all about, you know, joy, committing to that kind of stuff in your life. It can be about marriage. I don't really see that here in this reading, but maybe for someone that is something that they might be dealing with. With the Four of Wands, so you can see through, it's kind of like looking to the future, because this archway almost forms a portal where you can see these people here in the future. They're celebratory in the future. And it's almost to say, like, yeah, in the future, I want to be like that. I want to be happy and celebratory and, you know, working with a group of people and having a good time, right? So I just really see this as like you need to be looking towards the future and looking towards like what does a happy like working environment look like, or what does a happy future for you look like here. And with the Knight of Cups, there's some satisfaction coming your way too, some really serious fulfillment. I feel like once you kind of maybe get your head out of the idea of like there's one way to do things, or this is how I'm like, you know, having that sort of like picture perfect like movie moment of like my life is running so good, you know, when I first go in there like I'm a natural or something, right? This, you've been kind of invited to learn on the job or learn on the fly here. And, you know, I think it's more of a time that like, let's be like, I'm in command and everything's going perfect. More of like, let's learn lessons here. Let's learn and not be I want to say like let's learn and like go forward in a positive way, but not in such a way that I'm not even sure how to explain this. I got so many words coming at me right now. But learn and be grateful and such for the opportunity, rather than being like, this is how it should be and this is how I would run it if I were, you know, the boss, for example, or I'm the one in charge. This is how things should be run, or how I think it should be, right? Because then people are kind of going to be turned off. They're like, I don't want you to be our boss. I don't want you to be running things. And that's how this is going to be, right? That's how it was with that guy I used to work with. It's like every time he was in charge of things, I was like, oh, this is going to be shit. You know, this is going to be a bad night or bad week or however long he was going to be in charge or in charge of things, because he just was like, I do it how I want you to do it. And then like when he, like I said, when he wasn't in charge, he was just constantly like insubordinate and asking questions and being like, oh, we should be doing it this way and stuff, and just being a prick, right? Like, yeah, you don't want like that kind of like astigmatism and that energy to follow you around, right? So let's take a look and see what we got for your outcome cards here. All right, Libra, got that King of Cups, the Empress, I love it, and the Emperor. Wow, whoa, that's awesome. Yeah, so I was talking about my marriage with that Four of Wands, and the Emperor and Empress definitely definitely go with that, because they are divine counterparts. So they're like the ultimate divine counterparts, because they're both all the kings and queens respectively put into a combination to form themselves, right? That's very interesting. Wow. That's cool. Again, the Emperor repeating is a big, strong message. Again, that kind of boss, like I'm in charge kind of energy. So for those of you not looking for marriage, not looking at that, like maybe this situation isn't pertaining to like a relationship. Maybe that's what it is. It's like you got potential here to be in a relationship, and it's like you don't want to come off as like a big prick or something, right? Or again, it could be a job as well. But yeah, I just feel like with the Emperor, it's like repeating. It's like you're kind of making that move into like the proper Emperor, the guy who's balanced, the Emperor who's, you know, got it all going together, who, you know, and don't worry about if you're not a male, don't worry about it. It's just energy. But it's like you're moving into this energy of like, I'm balanced. I've got my masculine, feminine energy balanced. I've got things under control. I'm not worrying about, you know, little insignificant things. I'm trying to be respectful, trying to command by authority. People respect me, that kind of thing, rather than like forcing my will on others too, which I think is beautiful. If we're not looking for love, and we got the Empress here as well, just abundance, lots of good things coming your way here. The King of Cups as well. Don't get worked up if things don't work out the way you want them to initially. The King of Cups isn't worried. He's in this horror, like this kind of like crazy wave that's splashing up here, but he's not fazed by it. He's not worried about it, and you shouldn't be either. Like if things aren't going your way, it's just part of life, right? There's peaks and valleys, right? So you just gotta like work with what you got here, know that this will pass, and eventually those calm waters will be coming in for sure. So I like that. And again, just that abundance and all that good stuff coming in with the Empress too. That's absolutely beautiful. So let's tie this all off with an oracle card here for you, Libra. Hopefully everything's helping you out. Hopefully this has been resonating with you. Thank you so much for being here. And let's see what we got for you, Libra. All right. We've got the Nightingale Spirit. Love is all around. Yeah, I feel like it's there for you. Like, especially for those, of course, who are heading towards like a relationship and such. I feel like love is all around. It's just got to be like you got to be willing to experience it, willing to look at it, willing not to like kind of force it in your way, because sometimes love kind of creeps up on you in a funny way. Sometimes if you're willing to receive, of course. But for those of you who kind of are getting into like the new like potential authoritative figure or authoritative position, it's like just saying love is all around you. Like there is good stuff all around you. Just you gotta be willing to like kind of work with it and see it and such, right? You got to be willing to let it kind of guide you, let it kind of work in your favor and stuff, instead of trying to force things to kind of go the way you want them to go, right? So I'm liking that. Hopefully that's helped you out. Hopefully that's resonated with you, Libra. If you want to help out the channel, you can hit that like button, subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already. You can check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs easier by subscribing, and you can also check them out as I upload them every week. I'm tongue-tied. I'm very tongue-tied, so thank you for being here, Libra, and I hope to see you in the next video.